Well, hello, my friends, and welcome to the Matt Powers Show podcast. This is the incredible entertainment commentary podcast on the internet. The only one, as far as I know, that's being brought to you by a former cartoon character and comic book superhero extraordinaire. I am Matt Powers, the titular host. As I said, former superhero, now elder millennial, podcasting from a basement of my mother's choice. That's it. That's all shtick, right? You know, it's the joke that I profess. It's the character, the branding. Of course, I'm an elder millennial for sure, but I'm an almost 40-year-old man who lives in his own apartment and works all day long, so that way he can afford to do this as a hobby. But that's okay. We'll pretend like I'm a superhero, like I'm a random AI on the internet that's projecting me as an internet character. If you are a returning fan of the podcast, hey, welcome back. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate that. If you are new to the podcast, just to let you know what we're doing, I'm not trying to prove a point with any of my ideas here. I'm not trying to say that this is the way things have to be and blah, 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 blah. No, this is a discussion. And I like this format. Basically, I come up with these ideas, things that I want to say, and I just put it out there and I say it. You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter what it is. It's just an idea. It's just something I want to talk about. Instead of picking up the phone and calling one of my friends, they're all busy. This is just me having a conversation. And the hope is that when you're done listening, you'll post a comment below or send me an email, davidcampproductions@gmail.com. Link is below in the description. You'll send me an email and, we'll just have a conversation. Well, you'll tell me what you think, and and then maybe I can make another video in response to that. I do ask that you're polite, don't be rude. Try not to be negative about things. If you have a different opinion, that's fine. People can have difference of opinions, that doesn't matter. And it's okay to, and I want to hear what the difference of opinion is. I'm not saying I don't want to hear it, but let's be respectful of one another and each other's time. Alright, so today we're going to talk about something here. DC FanDome just happened over the weekend. And actually, I had something completely else scheduled for today. I had recorded and done an episode called My New Love for Star Trek Enterprise. But something happened during DC FanDome, and we gotta talk. Probably the highlight. So first off, let me say this. DC FanDome, for those of you who don't know, DC FanDome is a big event that Warner Brothers puts on for DC properties. And this is Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Aquaman. It's that universe of superheroes. And it's them talking about shows and movies and cartoons and whatever's coming up, okay? It's a big event about all the new stuff. And hey, I love these kind of events. I love these sorts of things. During this year, I can honestly say, well, we saw an awful lot of new material. Most of it felt very weak. A friend of mine, Will, specifically said it was a weak. They had weak projects. I think he's right. I think the projects that DC wants to put out, it's not a very strong lineup. Nothing was really shocking. Nothing came out of nowhere and was like, ho ho ho! But look, we're doing this. Everything they presented, we knew they were going to talk about. Everything they presented, we knew was going to happen. There was nothing surprising, and most of the stuff they showed us, I didn't feel was all that great. We got a trailer for the Flash movie. It wasn't even that good of a trailer for the Flash. It felt very much like, oh, yeah, we're doing a Flash movie. Okay. Yeah, we got a hint of Michael Keaton as Batman, but it would have been better if I actually saw Batman instead of just the back of his head. We got some information about the next Aquaman movie. Yeah, the first one was good. It was like a Saturday morning cartoon brought to life. I don't really care about Aquaman, but I'll watch the sequel, I guess, when it comes out. We got some information about Shazam 2. First one was good. My kid really liked it. I don't care. I just don't. Here's my problem with the DCEU, the DC Extended Universe. I don't care about most of these projects. First off, I'm sick and tired of Zack Snyder. So anytime they say Snyder was involved with any of these movies, I'm out. Thankfully, he's out because I'm done with that. I liked The Suicide Squad. I thought that was great. James Gunn is an amazing talent, but that's also because I love the B-list characters in DC. But we're not getting B-list character movies. We're getting A-list. They're making a Flash movie and an Aquaman movie and a Shazam movie. I'm like, fine, but can we, for the love of God, where's Booster Gold and Ted Kord's Blue Beetle movie? Where's my The Question movie where he teams up with Renee Montoya? Where's Batman Beyond the movie? Or Legion of Superheroes, where Superboy goes to the future to the Legion of Superheroes in the 30th century or whatever, and they're doing what they do. Like, those would be interesting films to watch. I don't need another Superman. And like, all of this is leading up to this point. The biggest part of the DC fandom that happened was the Batman trailer. I cannot express how much I don't care about this movie. Now, that being said, before your head explodes, whomever's listening to this, please let me asterisk this entire conversation with this. A, I'm sure the movie's going to be great. I'm not dissing on the movie. I'm sure the movie's going to be fantastic. B, Matt Reeves, amazing, right? Amazing writer and director. This film is going to be good. Robert Pattinson is an incredible actor. Just ignore the Twilight stuff. You've got everyone in it. Jeffrey Wright, who I absolutely adore, is in this film. Zoe Kravitz is in this film. She's amazing. Colin Farrell is the Penguin. He looks fantastic as the Penguin. Everything in that film, it looks like it's set up for greatness, and I'm sure it's going to be a good movie. Here's my problem. Nothing in that trailer makes me think that this movie is anything new. What do I mean by that? Okay. It's a year one story. Great! Except I saw the year one animation that they did, the movie, animated movie. And I played Arkham Origins, which was a year one Batman. Now, I'm by the way, all of this, I'm not talking about the comics. I've read a lot of the comics. In no way am I ever going to say, yeah, well, the comics did it. I don't need a blah, 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 blah. I'm not that dumb, right? No, it's fine. I'm saying I've already seen other media that covers these topics. Gotham was basically a 5-season year one Batman tale. Whether you like Gotham or not, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying it was, and I saw it. I feel like it's so recent that we've done a year one Batman. We don't need to go back to it, right? Like, I'd love to see if this is the beginning of a new franchise, okay, then this is a good place to start. They did it with Christian Bale in Batman Begins. That was year one Batman. I feel like we've been doing year one Batman over and over and over again. Enough that I'm not interested in that take on Batman. It's Penguin, Riddler, and Catwoman. Really? Do we all forget that Catwoman and Penguin already had a film with Batman? So did Riddler. And again, Gotham and animated films and the Arkham series games, I feel like I've been doing and playing and seeing all of these characters over and over and over and over again. I'm kind of wore out on them. And specifically those three, Penguin, Riddler, and Catwoman, I feel like we've gotten so much of that, we almost don't need it. Batman has so many cool villains that I've never seen in a movie. I've never seen Clayface in a movie. It's rare to see Clayface in anything. He was in one of the Arkham games, yes, and he was definitely in the 90s cartoon, and he was in the Batman cartoon. He showed up in one episode of Gotham, but he was not a reoccurring villain. Like, Clayface is rarely used, and I think he's one of the better villains of Batman. He's one of the creepier ones. The Mad Hatter. Very rare that we see Mad Hatter and stuff. He's certainly not been in a film before. The Man-Bat. Again, we rarely see Man-Bat in anything. Solomon Grundy. Rarely see him in anything. There's so many good villains that could have made really creepy Batman stories. And I feel like we're just retreading old ground, using the same villains over. Now, I know I've heard the rumors, too, that there's going to be all these other villains in the film and stuff, and, that's fine. Maybe that's true. Maybe we'll see Clayface or Man-Bat or stuff. But they're not the main villains of the movie. That's not what the movie's about, and that would be a really interesting movie to see. So already I'm not interested as year one. Already I'm not interested in the villains who are in the film. I'm very thankful that Robert Pattinson decided to have a normal freaking voice for Batman. Enough with the Christian Bale growly voice. It's stupid. Come on. We all know it's dumb. If just because you talk like this doesn't mean that you're hiding your voice. Come on. And the thing that Ben Affleck did with the modularization, because he's wearing basically a cyber suit, I get it, but that's not Batman. In my opinion, that's not what Batman should sound like. Anyway, that's fine. Look, again, this is all opinion. This is just me talking, right? I saw that trailer and I thought, none of this looks original to me. None of this looks interesting. It's the same old Batman stuff, and that's when it hit me, guys. I'm hitting a sense of superhero fatigue. This is, for me, this is the beginning of superhero fatigue, and it's specifically Batman. Because there are plenty of superhero movies. I'm excited for the Eternals. I'm excited for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 8th, the 9th Spider-Man movie to come out. I think you'd be tired of Spider-Man by now. No, I'm actually really interested. I'm excited for a lot of Marvel projects. And some DC stuff, don't get me wrong. But I feel like there's so many other interesting characters to watch. We keep dipping back into the well for some of this stuff, and I'm bored by it. I'm legitimately bored. Now here's the other thing too, and I've had this conversation before about Dungeons and Dragons with a lot of people, and I think it's in an episode coming up here. But let me say this. I never go into these movies thinking that the hero is going to die. Okay? And if you go into any Batman movie or Superman movie or Spider-Man movie or Iron Man movie with the thought that, oh man, they're going to die this time. Come on. It's so rare that we kill characters, especially heroes, especially now. Yes, some characters have died recently in certain films. I won't say what because it may or may not be spoilers for those who haven't seen it. Yes, some big name characters have died. Sure, I admit that. After if it's in the MCU, it was after 20-something films. I didn't go into Thor Ragnarok thinking Thor's gonna die. I'm not stupid. You go to see this Batman movie, promise you Batman survives. 100%. Batman lives through that movie. I'll bet $1 billion right here with anyone who wants to bet it against me. I don't have $1 billion. If you have $1 billion, bet me $1 billion. And if I lose, I will be your personal servant. I will come work for you and live in your mansion and be your servant from now until I'm 90. Batman lives through this movie. Come on. We're not stupid. Right? This is the beginning of a new franchise. They're not going to kill Batman. Why would they? Why would they? You want to make the studio wouldn't let that happen. You want to make a sequel. You want to make a trilogy. You want to make a quadrology? Whatever the hell the Matrix ended up being. Of course Batman's going to live. I don't go in it for that. Okay? I know they're not going to die. That's not the point. I go to see something I haven't seen before. I go to see a story that I haven't experienced before, or that I've read and want to see the interpretation on the screen. You can still sit on the edge of your seat with tension because the character could fail. So why do I bring that up? What's the point of all that? I'm watching this movie, I'm watching this trailer, and I'm thinking, there are no stakes here. He's not going to fail. This is the first film in a franchise. He's going to solve all the Riddler's puzzles. He's going to beat Penguin at his own game. He's going to prove himself to Commissioner Gordon. He's going to get himself a sidekick. He's going to... I'm bored by it. I'm legitimately bored. It just doesn't... And thematically, when you look at the thing, it looks like a Nolan movie with a little bit more camera work done, with a little bit of better cinematography. So I don't need to see believe me, I don't need to see another Nolan film. But people who know me know that I do not enjoy the Nolan trilogy as much as other people do. I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't enjoy it as much. I like a lighter tone when it comes to my superheroes. I really enjoyed Tim Burton's first film, and I really enjoyed Schumacher's first film. I don't know. This is fatigue. I'm hitting Batman fatigue. And it's making me think about superhero films, kind of going, maybe I am a little tired of it. I am right now I'm watching Apple TV Plus shows, which I never thought I'd get Apple TV, right? Like whoever thought, I was like, I'm not gonna get that. That's dumb. Foundation is one of the best science fiction shows of all time. For All Mankind is one of my new favorite shows of all time. Ted Lasso is the most charming show on the face of the planet. It deserved every Emmy it got. You guys need to go watch Ted Lasso right now. I'm thirsty for new content. I'm hungry for it. But not for superheroes. Not for Batman. I saw the trailer for the new Arkham Knight or Batman Knights game or whatever. I don't even know if I'm interested. I don't even know if I care. I love video games. Actually, I have the other Arkham games. That should be right up my alley, but I'm just not. I'm finding myself more and more just uninterested in the superhero genre in film and shows, and it's because it's the same old stuff. There's nothing challenging to the, and when something is challenging, when something is new and interesting, I'm eating it up. WandaVision was amazing. It was a perfect way to do that show. You know, Loki was the best season of Doctor Who they've put on TV in a long time. Sorry, Chris Chibnall, but it's true. I don't know. I'm hitting superhero fatigue, guys. So, not right or wrong. You might not be there yet. That's fine. You might not have superhero. You might be all in on everything that's going to come out for the next 100 years. That's great. Or maybe you've already hit superhero fatigue. Maybe you hit it 10 years ago. I don't know. I just watched that DC FanDome and I thought, man, am I disappointed in everything I saw? Not everything. I'll tell you what. I'm really excited for the new Batman cartoon. See, I say Batman fatigue and then I'm excited for the new Batman cartoon. I know. I'm a complex character. What can you do? But it's being touted as Batman the Animated Series that's more like Batman the Animated Series than Batman the Animated Series was, and it's like they're doubling down on the noir and everything. But I love the 90s Batman cartoon, so if that's what they're doing, first off, it's a lighter tone than any of these films, which I like about the old Batman cartoon. I like that it was a lighter tone. Batman wasn't an all-powerful, all-knowing god like he is today and in the comics for sure. Instead, he was human. Made mistakes. I like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just secretly sitting over here waiting for Fantastic Four and X-Men. Maybe that's just what I want. But yeah, I was really disappointed in most of the stuff I saw at DC FanDome. I was very, very disappointed in Batman, the trailer, and that's when I realized I'm at the beginning of superhero fatigue. Slowly but surely, it will eventually infect everything that I watch and do, to the point where maybe I don't even want to read comics about it anymore. I've been reading all sorts of new comics that have nothing to do with superheroes. Whew, and they've been good, guys. They've been good. There's lots of good. Maybe I'll do one of these, or I'll talk about all the comics I'm reading. There's some really great stuff that's coming out now. Anyway, what do you guys think? Have you guys hit superhero fatigue yet? And if not, what are you excited about? What are you passionate about? What are you waiting for? What movie is on your must-watch list? I'm willing to bet most of you say Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and I am actually very excited for that film. With Sam Raimi coming back to direct, that's going to be fantastic. But let me know. Leave some comments below. Again, guys, just be respectful. Just be kind. We can disagree. That's okay. You know what? And again, I'm not trying to diss on anything I saw on DC FanDome. I'm sure all of it's going to be great. I'm sure it will be. But from my opinion, from my perspective, I'm just hitting the fatigue. Let me know below, or send me an email, and join us next time on our next episode. We're putting these out twice a week right now, maybe even 3 times a week. Well, maybe I'll ramp it up a little bit here. And anyway, thanks for listening. I am Matt Powers, and as always, I am saying, Powers out.